LPT. If you want to become one of the regulars at a restaurant, introduce yourself to the staff. I work in a restaurant and our regulars always introduce themselves to the new staff, and they're on a first-name basis with all of us. Even after 5 years, I can remember most of my regulars' names and/or what they drink. It doubled as extra security at times. Most regulars were more than happy to point out shenanigans happening or help out when things became awkward. The flip side, if you work in or manage a restaurant, and you want to have more regulars, introduce yourself and ask people for their names. They'll be much more likely to return. My wife and I, GF at the time, went to stay with family in another state for about 7 months. We found a small bar that we liked and would go there about once a week. The guy who was always working was named Trevor, and we'd always joke around with him. It got to where on the nights there'd be a lot of people in there. He'd always give us free drinks. He said he was allowed by management to give out a certain amount of free drinks to keep people happy, and we always got them. Lol. Trevor, if you're out there, you were the shit and always made our nights fun. Probably why I remember his name easily after almost 10 years. How on earth do you introduce yourself to the staff? I'm English. This is such a bizarre idea to me. In the past, I became a regular at a restaurant by going to the restaurant on a regular basis. I moved to a new city and went to a pub for dinner one night. I made it a point to say thanks name to the bartender when he gave me my drink, and chat a bit more later. He looked kind of surprised that someone treated him like a person instead of just a bartender, and remembered my name the next few times I went. Months go by, and I finally go again. He still remembered me. Felt good. Edit. Getting mixed reviews on people from the industry on whether they do or don't like strangers calling them by name. Just to clarify, he didn't have a name tag on. It was, "Hi, I'm name. What would you like to drink tonight?" situation. Then later I remembered and used his name. Edit 2. They're open for takeout. It's been well over 6 months since I've been off to grab lunch there and see if he remembers me, if he's working right now. Having regulars was always a double-edged sword. Consistent business and tips, but usually get annoying after a while because they dig into your life and expect special treatment when it comes to order food and drinks. I used to be such a regular at my local Applebee's that the staff would give me the cable TV remote so I could change the channel. Lol. I'd love to be that confident and social. I respect people who can do that. All I get known as is the guy who always gets the same thing and doesn't talk much. I don't eat out or even go out often. Not even pre-pandemic, but the staff at a local bar, restaurant all know my name and basically my life story because my dad is a regular there, and admittedly a high-functioning alcoholic. He sells HVAC and they let him set up his laptop to work on quotes while he eats and has a beer. It also doesn't hurt to become known as someone who tips generously and rarely, if ever, makes special requests. I actually don't like it when I become a regular at some place. I just want to get my pad thai and leave, but I end up spending 20 minutes talking about their day, because I don't want to be rude. By the time the restaurant or cafe worker knows your usual order without speaking a word, it takes so little effort to ask their name. Idle chit-chat and getting to know them is a nice way to stay sane when social distancing is still in force in countries who take COVID seriously. It also helps not to be a dick. Bartender here. I ate at a restaurant one time, and when I returned a few months later, they welcomed me by name. Since then I have eaten there every few months. I love that when I sit down, They bring my iced tea with simple syrup without having to ask for it. I've been a bartender for a long time, at a few bars, all with a lot of regulars. One of the reddest flags for a customer who's going to be a problem is when they ask my name within our first interaction. If they do, I can count on them screaming my name when they want service and feeling entitled to my attention, because they know something about me. My job may be to serve you, but holding tips hostage for friendly service, i.e. dispensing personal information, is completely inappropriate. This goes 10x for female staff. Here's the real LPT. If you want to become a regular with good relationships to service staff, just keep going to the place and be polite, friendly, generous, and, if called upon, helpful. After you've established your presence and some rapport with the staff, feel free to introduce yourself. I'm way too worried about bothering people at their jobs to have conversations with them. This is how you become weird. Go there regularly, be an easy customer, and the staff will notice. One of my friend's dad is a millionaire, and one time he told me that the best way to get treated well was not to have money but to just go to the same place all the time, and that has always stuck with me. Totally agree. As a bartender, it's nice to be on a first-name basis with patrons. It feels more human and less like a transaction. But if you like to drink, eat in peace. I respect that too and won't ever force conversation on anyone.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.